In this week's podcast, we have a special guest. In my former life, when I used to design homes, I had the pleasure of designing a home for Daniel and Nthemba, and today we have them on the show. This podcast is brought to you by Emote Projects Limited. The podcast is for educational purposes only. Seek professional advice to get specific help for your project. Enjoy this week's show. So welcome to an architect and a DJ build a home podcast. I'm the architect. We're still getting used to it. And today we have Daniel and Nthemba on the show.
Yes, thank you for welcoming us into your lovely home.
Yes, and this is a beautiful home.
Yes. Lots of times when we visit or when we go to people's houses, we have no choice but to say that they have a beautiful home. In this case, but honestly, in this case, it really, honestly is a beautiful home. Yeah,
Thank you very
for
much.
inviting
We
us.
had a great architect.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
You did.
Thank you for having us on the podcast.
All right.
Yeah, so
For this particular season, what we're doing is that we're looking at what we're calling creating a unique home. And so, with that in mind, what I'd like to find out from you is that what is your idea of a home? And I ask this first of all for you to answer individually
Okay.
what a home means to you, and
Yeah.
also as a couple.
yeah, and especially before you started the journey of creating your home, what in your mind did you have as this is
A home.
Wanna go first?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. For me, I really wanted someplace that's very peaceful. I wanted somewhere where my friends and family can also feel like very relaxed.
Yeah.
Wanted someplace that is happy, but also a place where you wouldn't feel too bad to also have those sad moments in. Just a place where you can be completely yourself
Yeah.
and yeah. Mm.
Daniel?
After that answer,
Yeah. Everything.
now and in addition, now for me it's just simply somewhere I'm happy to go to.
Yeah.
That's home.
Okay.
That's how I'll define it.
Okay.
As easy as that.
All
Yeah.
right.
And then in the process of starting the journey to create this home, did you have any conversations about how that would look like for you as a couple?
Yeah.
Actually, you are the one who steered us to talking about it together. I think we both had this idea of we just want to build a house. We just
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
to
we
do
thought
it.
it was going to be a very quick process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mphangela will get us some designs. Maybe
Yes.
it will be what you actually
But
got us
within a
thinking,
month.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
we went down paper and pen.
Yeah.
Her ideas, my ideas. Then, so it was you who actually
Yeah. You really put, you really
got us to
got us
think
to really think about
how we're
how
going to
we're
use the
going to use
space.
the space. How do we want it to look
Mm.
like? It was very interesting at the time when we were talking about designing the home, how you would said, okay, Nthemba, you send me your ideas, Daniel, you send me your ideas.
Yeah.
And we had completely different ideas. She
Yeah.
was like, okay, so we really need to talk about this thing. He was like, no, I don't want the island in the middle. I want this. And I was like, but I thought you did.
Yeah.
I thought we all wanted the same thing. So yeah, definitely
You think
different.
you know your person.
Yeah, then you have to build a house together. And you're like, yeah.
So with what you had in mind of what it would be like to build, how did you like go about translating that into this? Like, talk to us a bit about the process of how you managed to get here.
I think so. We just went down to thinking about what we're going to use, what we want with the space. So, like,
Yeah.
are we going to entertain a lot?
Yeah.
What do I want? Because I work from home, so like,
Yeah.
what do I want for my office, and how do I manage to be in a place that's quiet enough or
Yeah.
away from everyone else.
Yeah.
The time we started, our daughter was a thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that also informed some of the decisions, like, wow, how many rooms, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was the rooms, yeah.
Mm.
And what would want in place for her,
Yeah.
not just in the house, but even just around the house. So that's why we had the whole um, design. Well, we didn't go through with all of that in
Yeah.
the end, but like the sort of like entertainment center
Yeah.
with around the swimming pool and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So that was about how we wanted to use the space.
Yeah. Yeah. And in terms of your expectations about the process and what actually happened, where would you say that there were differences with what you thought the process would be
Yeah.
and what it actually was?
I think we just thought we were going to see an architect and we're going to tell the architect we want a 4-bedroom house
Yeah.
and we want a big kitchen,
High ceiling.
high ceiling. The architect was going to come back to us and be like, here it is. Yeah, but I think that maybe sometimes that happens, but I'm glad we had you who
Yeah.
really was like, no. So that it made our process a little bit longer. I think
Yeah.
we talked about the whole design. I think maybe close to a year we were talking about how we want to use the house. So that took a little bit longer.
Yeah.
What else was different? I think maybe the
I think the problem with, well, not maybe not the problem, but our expectations had been set because we did a renovation at another place
yes,
before that, and
Yes.
the process was very different. It was
Yeah.
okay, we want to extend this, extend that. Someone came up with the drawings, and
Yeah.
that was it. So like,
Yeah.
we didn't
That's what
actually.
you had.
That's what.
yes.
That's the.
We didn't
process.
really discuss anything. We just told the architect to say this is what we want to do,
Yeah.
and they went ahead and did it.
Yeah.
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 So I guess from that, so that's why it was like so different, but it was
Yeah.
absolutely rewarding, and we keep telling everyone who listen, like,
Yes.
take your time first. Like,
Yeah.
this is actually when it matters.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the thing, there's
Yeah.
changing stuff later is going to be.
Very
Much
Expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you mean there's the process like with the designing the house, or the actual like the builders?
Even the entire process. Were there any other areas where?
It was for us. I think the big thing was we weren't here,
Yeah.
Mm.
so like a lot of things was being done by remote control, and we see it like when we come around or via photos or anything like that. So we got to miss out on a lot.
Yeah.
Which
I enjoyed missing out on that. The stress of dealing with contractors, I'm thankful for that. So I'm okay with it.
so, yeah, but because like the way you started us off, like,
Yes.
well, I tried everything to be planned, like even like with the different contractors and everything, with like
Yeah.
schedules and where the milestones that we expect and that sort of thing. So, but even with all of that, trying
Yeah.
to plan and then trying to have, we had the quote unquote project manager,
Mm.
yeah, who was here like every day, but still stuff going wrong. That was
Yeah.
so planned, but there was still stuff which went wrong.
Yeah. So Daniel was taking the stress
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah.
Were there any areas where you strongly disagreed, and how did you go about resolving that? Funny story, huh?
Well, she would disagree. That's why she probably can't remember. Like, I guess I was always agreeing.
You were always agreeing.
Okay, no. There was stuff, but there's very little I pushed back on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember like a big thing, like what which
I take it you were all on the same page when it came to high ceilings.
Yes.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
tell.
her idea, but I was cool with it. As, yeah, I guess that was probably how everything went. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. No,
No, actually, he had a lot of input in the kitchen because I didn't think I wanted the cooktop in the middle. So I was like, I don't really. But he really pushed back on it a lot, and I'm glad he did because it's really. We hang out a lot in the kitchen, even when our friends are over, family are over. We are in the kitchen a lot, and it's nice that any of us are cooking, we can still talk to everybody.
Yeah.
It's very, communal. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Okay.
Did you want an open kitchen? No, you didn't. Did you want an open kitchen in the beginning? No, I guess then there was.
No, not really. Actually, we didn't disagree too much.
Yeah.
Like parents to think of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we need your playbook for everybody.
Any specific areas? This is for you, Daniel. Any
Yeah.
specific areas in the house that you would say is you, where it's your imprint?
Yeah, the kitchen.
The kitchen?
Yeah, I actually really like cooking and stuff.
Oh,
So
nice.
Yeah.
so the kitchen,
The art.
okay, like later on.
Oh, later on. Oh,
No, I mean I'm just a space in, yeah, just the kitchen.
Okay.
The rest was the other one. The other person.
For you, Nthemba, without saying the entire house, any specific, any specific place in the house that would say, you know what, this is me.
the playroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really, I'm very happy with the way it turned out.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very nice.
Mm.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
very nice. Very cute.
It's beautiful.
So, you talked a bit about the building process, and we just wanted to get a bit more of how involved you were in it and how you decided who was going to do what as the build was happening.
Mm.
Yeah, like how did you get to decide, okay, this is your role, this is my role? How did that go?
What was in between us?
Mm.
Or
Between the
it was
two?
easy. I figured out who's going to come and do what.
Yeah.
I followed up with them. I got people checking up on them.
Yeah.
I spoke to them. I
Yeah.
made people sign, like when we were here.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that part
Yeah.
Was
This
you?
guy.
You.
Yeah. And selecting the finishes and whatnot.
Yeah, no, that was mine. Yeah. I was gonna do all the other things, but just the way it was going to look,
Yeah.
yeah, that was
That
really
was
my baby.
Funny, funniest part was we got most of our stuff, well, practically 90% of the stuff
Yeah.
from China,
Yeah,
but I went to get the stuff.
yeah,
So I was constantly on a video call.
yeah. I think there was one time we even roped Mphangela in. We were like, we're not really sure you know the tiles and stuff. She was like, you really have to go with what you want. So I was like, oh, we need you.
And yeah, she just reminds me how she did things kind of backward, because she gave us the plans before we'd broken ground on anything. We
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
bought all the finishes, the windows, the
Yeah.
bathtubs,
Yeah.
the what, the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually had all that stuff before we.
Yeah.
Mm.
And did that make it easier, do you think?
We found that actually by the time we were getting around to fitting some of the things,
Yeah.
we didn't like
Like
it
them
as
anymore.
much.
Because it
Yeah.
took like 2 years between when we bought the
Yeah.
stuff and when
Yeah.
the stuff was actually
Yeah.
being fitted.
Yeah.
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 How
Like,
would you have done it differently?
I think we would have probably discussed a little bit more how we want the actual house to look like, down to the furnishing, like the furniture, like what color. We had a general idea that we
Yeah.
wanted to look like this, but I think knowing exactly how you want it to look,
Yeah.
I think is what we would have done differently. Like the color of the tiles, not like going into a shop and like, I actually like this one. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it. That's what I think we would have done differently.
Yeah.
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 Because initially we thought we wanted wooden doors, and we did get wooden doors, and then we were putting them in and we were like, no, we don't want them. We actually like white doors. So we had to change that. So that was quite costly for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So taking a bit more time with the nitty gritty
Yes.
detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right from the
I
beginning.
think I remember a comment by someone about this isn't in style anymore.
Mm.
Somebody said that.
And somebody said that, yeah. So just stuff like that. Having gotten all the things that earlier, yeah.
Yeah. I only realized when we were putting the stuff in, I was like, I really like black finishings. And then like most of the stuff was like wood, and I was like, No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. This won't work.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mhm.
What's your Nthemba, what's your favorite part in the house?
House,
Yeah.
the high ceilings. I like. I really like the playroom. I really like the playroom, and I have a little room, my own room. I like that room quite a bit.
Yes, it's very
Yeah,
pretty.
yeah. By myself, my own room where people are not supposed to be in, but yeah.
And Daniel, I mean, we know you love cooking, you love the kitchen.
Single space that I actually our room.
Yeah.
Mm,
Nice.
our room. It's yeah, well put together.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, it's great.
For someone
it's
this good.
it was as we thought. That was one of those where I think she actually discussed a lot, like as even before,
Yeah.
like about what she's going to do with decor wise and whatnot. So yeah, I can stay there and not come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going by what we've seen, that she knew what she was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that could be just a general advice.
Yeah.
Just listen to your wives.
Yeah.
Listen to
No, it turns
everything.
out okay.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Just give in. And as we end,
No one cameras here.
She's moved on.
yeah. As we end with our welcome guest, we just love to hear from you since you've taken this journey. Any advice that you have for other people who are taking the journey, especially first timers?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Other than get a good architect?
Yeah, that's all. Like, really take your time and do something that matches your personality
Yeah.
as well. Like, don't. It's easy to inspiration is okay, I think,
Yeah.
but don't go and just copy. That's a nice house or that's a thing. Like,
Yeah. How do you
have
use
it
your home?
reflect your
Yeah.
Because we I think that there was a point we were thinking we might go like ultra modern, and like the new sort of like look
Yeah.
of houses with the hidden roofs and that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Then we actually realized we didn't. It wasn't us. We don't actually like. We prefer more contemporary
Yeah.
design
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So it should be you, as in it. You should be able to like it for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not shoes which you can just change if you get over them or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
just
Yeah.
reflect you and just take your time. Make sure you don't have to do certain stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great advice. And Nthemba, anything from you? Anything to add?
I think talk to your contractors a lot. Talk to them a lot. Just make sure that you're all on the same page. They know what you want and
Yeah.
that they can actually do what you want.
Yeah.
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 You have
Yeah.
to always go back and forth with them, show them as many pictures and always sign contracts. So everything must be written down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
must be
Very
written.
important.
Very, very important. Everything must be written down and yeah. Yeah. That's it, I think.
Good advice.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. And before we go,
Yeah.
everything we've talked about would be absolutely meaningless if we didn't find out if they listen to any type of music. Are you into music?
Love music.
Oh, there you go. What are you listening to?
I love Afrobeats.
Yeah.
I love Afrobeats. I love, what else do I love? I like house, deep house, South African deep house. I like that.
I'm a piano.
I'm a piano, yes.
Okay.
I listen to all the stuff and
He's a
much
slower.
slower.
So yeah.
So I'm not allowed to touch select music during the party because I'll put everyone to sleep. Yeah,
Trying to take down the tempo and
What 90s?
yeah, like more
Jagged Edge?
yeah.
yes.
Wow. Okay.
Big
The
on that sort of stuff.
R&B
Even like the neo souls.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all that stuff is
Oh,
where
nice.
I'm at. That's what I'm playing when I'm by myself or in the car alone.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's not just the house, it's showing their personalities. It's a music too. Well, thank you. We've had a really nice time chatting with you and going through the home. It's been nice for me to see that because it's been some years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really nice that what we worked towards has come out so beautifully. Well done.
No, it was
Thank you very much.
really nice to have you back here. Oh, have you here for the first time after.
Yeah, I was telling Mphangela that she's probably one of the very anxious to have you here, but it feels like, okay, now she's like, did we do any good? So,
No, it's beautiful and it reflects both of you beautifully. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And that's it for the show. We will speak to you soon. An Architect and a DJ Build a Home podcast has been brought to you by Emote Projects Limited. The show is hosted by Kalenga, he's the DJ, and me, Mphangela, I'm the architect. Media by Monkey Business Agency. Music by Bless the Creative.